Turn the fuck up. They gon' think I want a Grammy. They gon' think I want a Grammy. Swerving out panoramic. I'm hanging out, they can't stand me. They gon' think.
What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon in the building with the Xbox One S. So fresh, so clean, brand new design. Let's give it up to Microsoft for this. I'm not a fan of redesigning and over designing and paying attention to design. These things are consoles. They go in an entertainment center somewhere, they get dust, and who cares? But a lot of you actually care about the design, and everyone thought the original Xbox looked like a DVR or a VCR, and in fact it did. It was huge, and I didn't really give a shit. It did what it needed to do. But Microsoft, with this mid-cycle iteration, they actually went back and said, let's give some TLC to the design. So this is what they came with. It's a much smaller and lighter package, 40% smaller and about almost a pound and a half lighter. Don't know why this matters unless you're planning to like lug your Xbox around on a daily basis, but whatever. There you have it. It's got this this ported design all over with a mix of matte and the ported designs. And of course, with those ported designs, you can now see just how open the case is. So this thing is breathing from all angles. And that was one of the concerns that I had. If you make it smaller, is overheated not an issue? But man, this thing's got fans. It's got one large fan at the top. You can see the outprint for the fan, and it's got the holes on the side and the back. So it should be fine in terms of breathability. Toward the front, you see it's got an IR blaster now, and that IR blaster is something that is going to replace your Kinect. And I know that sounds crazy, right? Microsoft was pushing the Kinect so hard, and I was a believer, and then things just changed, both on the software and hardware side. Now, for me personally, the reason I use my Kinect still is to turn on my tuner, because I have an AV tuner. It turns on my TV and the Xbox all with one voice command. That's paramount to me. And when I say turn off, it does the same thing. Now, with the absence of the Kinect here, you still have that ability. If you just turn on the controller, it turns on the Xbox. That IR blaster will also control your receiver or your cable box if you're using your Xbox for that, and your TV. So it's dope to see it there. They moved the pairing button for the controllers from the left side to the front, and then you see the I guess the front grille is just a little different overall. Nothing crazy. It's a pretty big button there, so it's not a capacitive button for ejecting disc, whatever. Toward the back, you'll see the power cable, which is something we should talk about, because Microsoft moved the power brick into the console itself, which is something that I'm not a big fan of. And I told this story a few times, and I'll continue to tell it. So Jerry had a big mishap in his neighborhood where the electrical company didn't know what the hell they were doing, and they send these huge power surges through everyone's house. Pretty much literally the electricity was coming through the sockets. So everyone's electronics were fried out. Fridges, stoves, ovens, TVs, whatever. Ovens. I hope you don't plug your oven in. Whatever was plugged in was shorted out. The only thing that survived the onslaught was his Xbox 360. And that was thanks to the power brick. The power brick was able to stop it. Now, his PlayStation 3 at the time, which had the power brick included, that was gone for obvious reasons. So to me, I think the power brick is an added piece of security. It's something that's needed. And I hate to see it go to the wayside so that people can be like, no power brick. Yes. Because why? This thing sits behind your TV and you never see it. Why is it bothering you? Whatever. You got your HDMI out and in. Of course, you all know the Xbox can control your cable box, and you can use it as your cable box, so that's what that's about. Next to that, you have your two USB 3.0 ports. Then you've got your optical and your Ethernet. So yeah, the design looks very familiar, but it's got a quite tasteful update indeed. The meat and potatoes of the new Xbox One S is indeed the tweaks that were made to the hardware. Nothing groundbreaking. The clock speed's a little faster, and and I think they said they did a little bit of work to the RAM. But the key features here, the point for them even giving attention to what the spec was to introduce 4K native, I should say native 4K media, and also HDR. So what does that mean? The original Xbox did support 4K, but it wasn't native. It was it had the ability to upscale to 4K. And here, right out the bat, this thing will play your 4K Blu-rays, and it'll stream from 4K capable services like Netflix in native resolution. That's a big deal. And then it goes even further. If your TV has the HDR function, you can take use of that and really bring your media to life. So HDR, or high dynamic range in video, is pretty much it's improved contrast between black and white. So you get a much larger color spectrum and things generally look more beautiful. So these two things I think are dope. I think in a world where the Blu-ray, a 4K Blu-ray, cost about $300, even more I've seen them go for, this positions Microsoft with a device like this to be a very strong contender for the living room. Because you can even still play games, and even some of the stuff that goes on in the Xbox, the Hulu, the Amazon, the Netflix, all that stuff it probably has more robust features than you would find on your 4K Blu-ray player. So that's a dope thing. Overall, I think this is a pretty good update to the original Xbox. I like the design, smaller, lighter, whatever. Not a big deal to me. I like the addition to the 4K stuff. I don't have a 4K TV, so this is obviously not for me, and I damn sure don't have anything that supports HDR. I'm still running the plasma, baby, and I'm running that plasma as long as I can. God damn it, I love it. I see how Microsoft is locking out the Kinect, and I'm kind of sad about that. In fact, there's no Kinect port on this, if you notice. Microsoft said they'll be offering a dongle later on, a few months down the line, for those of you who buy the S and you still want to use your Kinect, so look out for that. And you know, it's not about gaming. This guy really isn't about gaming, and I know a lot of people have that I need the new and shiny feeling. If you already have an Xbox, stay where you are. I mean, but if you do have a 4K TV, if you have a television set that can take advantage of these newly introduced features, then yeah, then you can jump ship. If you don't have an Xbox, you're one of the PlayStation guys that's been saving your pennies to finally jump over, or for whatever reason you're now considering an Xbox, I think the Xbox One S is a great buy, and I think now's a good time to jump in, especially with the last 3 years under their belt. Microsoft's been making some really dope changes to the UI and the software. We see the inclusion of Cortana, where she gets these really intelligent polls. I think that's really dope. Hey Cortana, what is Max Skills playing?
Max Skills is playing Battlefield 4 in the menus.
Hey Cortana, what is the weather like right now?
It's currently 82 and mostly clear.
Hey Cortana, invite Max Skills to a party.
Starting a party with Max Skills.
If you're aware that the Xbox is the weaker of the two consoles on the market right now, then you may want to wait for the Project Scorpio. But either way, I mean, kudos for Microsoft for delivering a solid piece of hardware and giving people, what they've been asking for. The power brick, the size, and some even dope features as 4K becomes more of a thing. I hope you guys liked the review. Hit that like button if you did, helps us out a lot. Hit that subscribe button so you know when we have more videos available like this. My name is Ramon, and I'm out of here. Peace.
Yeah, PlayStation 4 support, Uncle Rizza speaking. How can I help you? Yes, sir. What do you mean you want your money back? No, fuck you. Drive Club was free. I don't care what you saw 2 years ago. No. Why would we put all the cars in a free game? Listen. Let me tell you something about IGN and their reviews. No game deserves a 1.5 out of 5. Spent good money, paid them, still did that shit. So don't call support talking about you want your money back and all type of bullshit about how the game wasn't even that good. So why'd you buy it in the first place, motherfucker? Sir, don't curse at me. I'm not cursing at you. Carry on, please. So you bought... Hang on, sir. Give me a second here. Give me a second. So you bought this game because you saw a commercial on Channel 4 about a beautiful day to play together? What are you doing watching Channel 4 in the first place? What the fuck is on Channel 4 that you should be watching? Sir, you're not getting your money back. I can give you a hang on a second here. We got discount codes on that. That's the best I can do for you, sir. You want the fucking game or not? You know what? Go buy an Xbox. If you want to play games, buy an Xbox. Thank you. Have a nice day. Please remember, 10 out of 10 on the survey really helps us sell more than 25 million units. Thank you. All right. Have a good day.
From the deep forest into the sun.